Okay, so
Oh,
now
that straight away you see the blood, you see the violence, you see Omega Red right off the bat.
exactly, exactly. First thing ever,
Mm,
Omega Red. And
mm,
boy, now these guys, they are looking like, you know, organic versions of the Sentinels because they
mm,
don't look human.
mm.
The detail on Wolverine is just amazing. The claws are amazing. Okay, and I think Princess Bar from Madripoor. Princess Bar from
Yes,
Madripoor.
yes. It seems like we're gonna
Pure.
get different timelines. Like this looks like it takes place in the future, maybe, because he's in
No, no,
different suits also.
this one is pretty much 616.
Okay.
It's more relevant to the comic book verse,
Yeah. Yeah.
and at the same time, it's not something like that's a, moving away from the mainstream comic universe.
Yeah.
Omega Red is pretty much comic accurate,
Yeah.
aside from some changes to his face.
And then we get another guest appearance. Oh, look at that! Like, you see the adamantium in his skull. That's pretty. That was a cool shot.
No doubt.
Um, oh, that is cool. He just keeps going, and
He
then he
just
uses his claws in so many different ways. Yep. Oh,
amazing.
Mystique. Yep.
Mystique is there,
Yep.
and
Oh, that was cool. That was a cool execution.
now
Nice.
one thing I have to say,
Mhm.
yeah,
Oh, Sentinel. Nice.
This Sentinel over here is
Mhm.
I don't know if it's the master mold, okay, or I don't know
Mhm.
if it's just an ordinary Sentinel that's been sent to take down Logan, but
Yep.
we've been waiting for this for so many years, man. And I was watching State of Play, uh, and I was like, man, there is a possibility that they might not show us the trailer for Wolverine. I was really hopeful that they would show us the trailer for Spider-Man 3 or the Venom game, but at least whatever we got, we've been waiting for a long, long time for Wolverine, and I'm really happy for that.
We should know that this is being developed by Insomniac Games, who have made Spider-Man 1 and 2 and Miles Morales game and are developing Spider-Man 3. And the rumored, it hasn't been confirmed, but I'm sure it's going to come out at some point, the Venom game. And we've been told, we've heard rumors that Carnage is going to play a big role in that game. But man, this is like I've seen behind the scenes interviews of when they were working on the first Spider-Man game,
Yeah,
and Marvel came to them and said, "We want you to do a video game for us. What characters would you like to work on?" And Wolverine was actually their favorite pick. They initially wanted to do a Wolverine game before Spider-Man, but then they said, "No, let's do Spider-Man. We'll come back to Wolverine later." That was in an interview for the first game. If anyone goes to watch that, one of the interviews, they talk about how they always wanted to do a Wolverine game, and they delivered on their promise. Finally, it's here.
I remember that because when they had shared a sneak peek
Yep.
with Marvel Spider-Man 2,
Yep.
and there is another coincidence over here.
Yep.
One of the most popular team ups that Spider-Man ever
Mm,
had was with Wolverine.
mm. Yes.
Spider-Man Web of Shadows game
Mm,
in PlayStation 3. It
yep.
had a team up with Wolverine. While there were special appearances from Moon Knight, from Luke Cage, but the team up that happened was with Wolverine. So there is a
Yes.
really special relationship between these two characters, and I mean, I have always enjoyed it.
Yep.
The comic books that have been written for these, I believe one of them was written by J.M. DeMatteis. I think it was the
Mm,
Marvel team up issue which he had written, and then there was another one. So two famous stories, but then later on there were some more that came in the, I think, mid 2000s era, but the quintessential ones turned out to be in the 80s because
yep.
Wolverine came in 1973 or 74, but
Oh my goodness.
the first time these guys teamed up was as part of Marvel Team Up, and then there was another issue in the early 80s that took place. And
Mhm.
alhamdulillah, I have that trading card that
Oh,
commemorates.
nice.
So this has opened up a lot of questions for us, because right now we're seeing Wolverine is also part of X-Men. He is
Yep.
also part of the new Avengers, or the
Yep.
Avengers team itself. uh, that
You know,
leak that happened, it showed us that Insomniac is planning to do an X-Men game.
yep.
I think after watching this, I'm pretty much confident that they will be able to nail the X-Men game. What do you have to say on this?
Man, it's been hinted in all the Spider-Man games that this is part of a larger universe,
Yeah.
and they've confirmed that we've seen Avengers Tower, but we haven't seen the Avengers. We've seen the Baxter Building, we haven't seen the Fantastic Four. We
True.
we saw the what's it called? The place where Doctor Strange hangs out. His
Sanctum
Sanctum
Sanctorum.
Sanctorum.
Yeah.
Yes, he's there, but so and we kind of all got a sort of cameo by Doctor Strange in Spider-Man 2, sort of. Um, and then so we got all these characters, but we haven't seen any that I was expecting since we have all these landmarks. We'd see someone. So they have said, they have confirmed this game takes place in the same universe. So will we finally get a team up, Spider-Man slash Wolverine? That'd be great. I hope so. I feel like none of these locations we've seen are in New York, which is where Peter is based. But I hopefully either Logan goes to New York, either Spider-Man goes someplace else, or I would love to see these guys clash at some point, have a small fight, have a small team up. That'd be great.
I mean, look,
Mm,
here's the thing. If they have kept their the game story grounded with
mm,
comics,
yep,
definitely he's gonna be having his missions in New York City as well, because
yep,
that's how Logan rolls. I mean, he's in the Canadian Yukon territory. He's
yep,
in Madripoor. He's in New York City. He's
yep,
somewhere in Nevada. So he's like a cross country kind of a person. But
yep,
New York is his, like, it's a place which he can't let go of, because that's where he runs into Danny Ketch or Johnny Blaze, Ghost
mm,
Riders. That's where he gets in, crosses paths with Spider Man,
yep.
and
And the
many other
X-Men.
superheroes.
Yep.
But since you were mentioning that it's going to be part of the same universe as Spider
Mhm.
Man's, there are a lot of other superheroes whose indirect cameos we have come across. Nelson
Yep.
Murdoch, Daredevil;
Yep.
Iron Fist, Danny Rand.
Yep.
The only place I still haven't seen in Harlem, it's
Hmm.
Luke Cage's uh, home, or his hangout.
Hmm.
That's the only one that I haven't seen. We have the entire Harlem. We have Lonnie Lincoln, aka Tombstone, but
Yep.
we haven't seen anything that's strongly relevant to Luke Cage.
Yep.
The Sentinels, Omega Red. So Omega Red means Weapon X
Hmm.
Project. Weapon X
Yep.
Project. Will we see Deadpool in this game?
Man, I feel like it would be such a missed opportunity if they missed out because the movie last year made a ton of money. It was Marvel's first big major blockbuster since Endgame. It
Yeah.
made so much money, and for them to miss out on this, even if it's just a brief cameo, even if it's just one mission, I feel like you have to have Deadpool in there. Maybe throw in Cable, but I feel like that would be such a huge nod to the comics, to the movies. It'd be great to have these two clash and team up and do something together.
Bro, we forgot one very important character.
Mystique?
Nah, nah, nah. Mystique, we saw
Mm.
her.
Yep,
Mystique is there. Okay.
yep,
And we mentioned Omega Red. Omega
yes,
Red, part of Weapon X program, right?
yes.
Okay. But what about, will they tackle the origin of Wolverine, or the first appearance of Wolverine? Sorry, my chair just went down.
Oh, you're
Uh,
fine.
because here's the thing:
Hmm.
when the first appearance happens in comics, we
Hmm.
find Wolverine going up against Wendigo
Yep,
and the Incredible Hulk.
yep.
You see what I'm trying to say?
Yes, absolutely. Are you saying will we see Hulk in this?
Yeah. Will Hulk be
Ma-
part of the Insomniac universe?
Man, I feel well. We know Avengers are there, and usually, typically, Hulk is a founding member. But I feel like he should maybe be a boss battle. I feel like you get to a level, you're hired maybe to hunt the Hulk down. He's causing chaos, and you find him. You try and maybe you meet him as Bruce Banner at first, and then he transforms, and then all hell breaks loose. So I feel like that would be ideal for me. That's how I'd like to see it play out. Is you're trying to hunt him, you're tracking his trail, and then you find the monster, and then everything goes wrong.
Okay, but you know why? What's the real reason I'm asking you? Is
What's that?
because ever since we came across Wolverine games,
Yep.
uh, I think the first game that was ever produced for Wolverine was back in the 90s,
Yep.
and that didn't have the Hulk. Then
Mhm.
came this game, which is Wolverine's Revenge. It
Yep.
didn't have the Hulk.
No.
So they've been avoiding this.
I think uh, uh, they really want to do it. Just speaking out of what my experience with these Insomniac games, they try to find whatever character relates best to these characters. I think I don't know if this necessarily applies. We're not lawyers by any means, but I think Hulk particularly has a lot of licensing issues. Well, regards to the movies. Man, I don't know if we've even seen a Hulk in a standalone game in such a long time. I mean, he was in that Avengers game recently, the Square Enix game,
He was in
but
that
mm,
Avengers game. You're absolutely
mm,
right. But there was, I
mm,
think, a game that was released uh, alongside the Edward Norton movie.
oh my gosh, that was such a long time ago.
Yeah,
Um, but I feel like they're trying so hard to figure out how to tackle overpowered characters. Like Superman hasn't had a decent game in forever, right? Um, so Hulk is like that. He can smash buildings. He can pick up tanks and throw them away. How do you handle a character like that in a manner where you, the player, are controlling it? So I feel like if it's a boss battle, maybe it's fine. Maybe you can face him one time and that's it. So hopefully it works out. Hopefully we do get him in some capacity. I would love to see a fight between these two where Logan just puts his entire claws all the way through him because we've seen it in a couple of forms in that movie we talked about before, Hulk versus. Uh,
yeah.
so
Hulk
I,
versus
I
animated features. Yes,
Yes, it was so bloody. They had an animated version of that fight between the two, where they end up teaming up towards the end. But I hope we get some version of that. Or, famously, they do fight together, even in that clip in Deadpool Wolverine. So these two go way back. In fact, famously, Wolverine's first appearance was in the Hulk comics.
true, true, true.
Yeah,
Issue number 180. The
yeah,
art was done by John Romita in
yeah,
that one, and then in the later issue, it was done by Herb Trimpe.
yeah.
But I mean, like, for me, it's like which other characters from Wolverine's Rogues Gallery are going to be there,
Oh
because
gosh.
like,
Hmm.
there's a huge roster when it comes to Weapon X guys.
Yeah. Man, I hope we see Lady Deathstroke.
Deathstrike,
Uh,
yes, Lady Deathstrike.
Deathstrike. Yeah, yes. Thank you. I hope we see Sabretooth. That's a big part of his. They go way back together.
Amen.
Um, I hope we see Juggernaut. Um,
That'll be a great one. That'll
yeah,
be a great one.
yeah. Omega Red. Yeah, that's pretty good. Um, I don't, man, just because he wasn't done properly in the movie, in the X-Men Origins movie, I hope we get some version of Gambit. And they did him justice in Deadpool Wolverine. and he's coming back for the Avengers movie. But still, I hope we see some version of Gambit also. Um, I don't know.
Now,
What's on
there
your
are a
list?
lot of now that you mention it, there are quite a lot of other characters from the
Yeah,
X-Men who can
yeah,
make an appearance. I mean, will we
yeah.
see Storm, for example? Will we see Gambit, for example?
Oh, I wonder if we'll see because he's always had a history with Jean, right? He's had a love triangle, with Jean and Scott. They those three always, fighting over who gets who. Um, so I hope at some point he either has a flashback or she makes an appearance, or Scott comes over and tells him stay away from my girl, um, something like that. Um, they were pretty close in the movies, not necessarily in the comics, but in the movies he was close with Rogue as a maybe an older brother or father figure.
Yes, and
Um,
Jubilee also.
yes, yes, Jubilee had that role in the comics and in the cartoons. So yeah, I hope we get a lot of these people. Oh, maybe Domino,
Domino is more with
mm,
Cable.
Deadpool. Oh, Cable, yes.
So
Um, Cable also.
Cable is, yes. I
Mm,
mean, like Cable
mm,
and Wolverine, their team up has always been really amazing.
yep.
Wolverine and Ghost Rider have been amazing. Wolverine
I
and the Punisher.
Yes. Dude, I wonder if we'll get Bishop.
Bishop also,
Mm,
yes. Bishop
mm,
also is somebody who's there. Okay, now straight
mm,
off the bat,
yeah.
do you think that this game is going to be as big of a blockbuster? I don't know if that's the correct term for a video game, like Marvel Spider-Man.
Man, if three Spider-Man games are any indication of a company that knows what to do with their license, then yes. For one thing, they know how to make a fun game. For another, they are very passionate about their projects and they
Right,
deliver.
right,
For one thing that worries me, we've seen this in the very beginning of the trailer. This is a strictly, unlike Spider-Man, this is strictly an adult game. There's so much violence in this game. There's so much blood. There's so much gore. So kids won't be able to buy this from stores or online digitally. Hopefully, if people watch out for their kids, they won't let their kids play it. Um, but yeah, that's the one thing that worries me. Not everyone's gonna get to play this game.
kids are already playing Call of Duty. Kids are already playing so many of these
Yeah,
games. So I'm
yeah.
not I'm not pretty much worried about that because by the end of the day, I mean, like, yes, these ratings, I ensure that my kids follow the ratings and everything. But a lot of people just don't care that, okay, fine, if my kids are playing, like, I'll give you an example. A friend of mine, he he plays Mortal Kombat and his kids are also playing Mortal Kombat.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Would you think typically people would be okay with walking into a room watching their kids play Grand Theft Auto and watching their kids walk into a club with their avatar and watching all the stuff going on, all the adult oriented stuff that's happening in those digital fantasy clubs?
That's not gonna happen here in Saudi Arabia. In
Well,
Saudi Arabia, we
well,
get the watered down games, already.
yes, yes. Did you know, just as a side note, and I know we're getting off topic here, but did you
Yeah.
know that the last Grand Theft Auto 5 was just now allowed to be sold publicly in the Emirates? It was banned in the Emirates until very, very recently.
Until very recently, no, I did not
Yeah,
know that. I did not
yep,
know that.
yep.
But it
They
would be
review.
interesting to
Mm,
see what you just mentioned, that I mean, like, how things are going to roll out for Marvel's Wolverine in Saudi
yep,
Arabia.
yep.
Because I mean, like, is it going to be readily available out there on the retail stores so that anyone can buy it, or is there going to be some kind of a restriction or something to ensure that kids below a certain age are not buying this game?
Man, I feel like they've been doing such a great job of watching out for ratings when it comes to movies, and
Yeah.
I feel like the same is being applied to games.
Yes.
So hopefully, because we do need to monitor our kids, right? We need to make sure they're not, dealing in adult-oriented stuff and things that are conflict with our religion and culture. So hopefully parents watch out for that and retailers watch out for that.
Yeah.
Because, you know, when I used to live in the US, that was the case that if you walked into a game store and you wanted to buy Grand Theft Auto, they would ask for your ID. They would need to check that you were old enough. And,
Right.
you know, in some cases, parents wouldn't see an issue with it. They walk in and buy it for their kids. Dad, I want to buy that game. Okay, son, here you go. So
That's the
so
thing.
it
I mean,
ha
like, yeah, that's the thing. I mean, like, there are some parents who are pretty casual with this sort of stuff. But anyways, okay.
like,
Sorry,
yeah,
please.
no, just my last point. I'm wondering how visceral will the blood and gore get? Because I'm wondering if parents will walk into a room and watch Wolverine cut off someone's head or limb, an arm or a leg, and they'll be like, "Huh, son, are you maybe having a little too much fun there with this very gory, violent game?" So that's the thing I kind of worry about a little bit because I grew up in a home kind of like that where my folks would kind of walk in on me and try be a little judgmental as to what I was playing.
We,
So
we all can relate with you on that.
yeah.
We all can relate with
So
you on
so I just wonder if the majority of parents will be okay with the amount of violence in this game, if it is allowed, if the kids have their parents' credit cards registered in the PlayStation Network and they buy this game. Because, oh, by the way, we should mention it is a PlayStation exclusive, as far as I know. Just like
that.
because yes, yeah. So, will they be able to buy it in the first place, if, whether it's from the store, whether it's on digital, and then the second thing is, will parents be okay with that amount of violence on their screens?
What's your take on the suit?
Oh man, so they have, and I'm sure if and the previous games, the Spider-Man games have been. The last Spider-Man game had 64 suits. Can you believe that?
I
So
can.
and we got most of them as Hot Toys figures, which I'm so grateful for Hot Toys and everyone involved. So hopefully we get these suits in figure form, but we got the classic suit, the blue and yellow.
Yeah.
So I mean, like Insomniac's version of it, and then hopefully we get the brown suit. We haven't seen that yet, but what I we also got the jacket suit. Well, I mean, I don't know if you can call it a suit, but we got his his civilian suit, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
Um,
The yeah, that was the classic John Byrne. Not even John Byrne. This was Dave Cockrum who gave him that persona, and it was
yeah,
continued throughout the 80s.
yeah.
So yeah, we
One,
we have we have the civilian attire, which is pretty comic book accurate.
yeah.
Uh, will we see Patch?
Patch is a really good one. The one I want to see is the Weapon X, where he's got that metal underwear, and then he's got something over his head and wires and cables everywhere. That's the one I want to see. It looks really cool. It's an indication of when he escaped from the Weapon X program. So I would like to see that one.
I hope there's a flashback. I hope there's a
Yeah,
flashback to the Weapon X facility. So
yeah.
thumbs up from my end. What do you have to say? Two thumbs up from your end.
Oh, hang
Marvel's
on. Three claws up.
good one. That's a good one. So we're pretty excited as much as all of the fellow Wolverine fans and superhero gamers out there. Our live transmission is coming to a close right now. We are going to be doing a lot of other stuff in relation to this and other things. Thank you so much to each and every one of you for watching our live transmission. This very late live transmission, but we had to do it because we've been waiting for it for a long time. Hope to see you guys soon and have a good night.
Like, share, and subscribe, bub.
Oh, yeah, and support me on Patreon.